You're watching the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. Now here's your hosts, Tom, Nick, and Dave. It's you, it's me, it's N.R.D. It's you, it's me, it's N.R.D. Uh-huh. Let's start the show.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. It is you, it is me, it is T&D. Welcome back to the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. If you haven't already done so, make sure you subscribe to the channel here on YouTube and follow us on all the platforms of social media. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, Brock Lesnar is mentioned 44 times in the Janelle Grant sex trafficking and assault lawsuit. That is my opening statement. This lawsuit is ongoing. It is open. It has not been resolved. Brock Lesnar is also not a defendant in this lawsuit. I will give him his due there. He is not listed as a defendant. He will not be found innocent or guilty of anything in a court of law. Only Vince McMahon will answer that call. That being said, and I am pleading with your sanity here, ladies and gentlemen. If your mother or your sister or your wife, your daughter, your niece had a job and they had a coworker that was being named in a sexual assault and trafficking lawsuit, and your boss brought that, and their boss brought that employee back. I'm not even saying it's anything that has to do with your family member. Just they have a coworker that has come back. How would you feel about that?
Yeah,
thank you.
I mean, even if you take the Brock Lesnar name away from it, it's shitty.
It is.
It's just like, fuck Brock Lesnar. If you watch the show, you know where I stand on just about everything. In general, it's just a shitty move.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they got rid of other wrestlers for accusations that'll never work in WWE again.
Odyssey Jones. I'll say his name.
I don't even know who that is. I mean, Velveteen Dream, but like I don't know. Enzo Amore.
Yep.
It's countless. They got rid of people that were in the same boat. Oh, okay, yeah. And
it is.
They decided to bring Brock Lesnar back. Odyssey Jones was going to be the
new guy in the New Day.
Okay.
No, it's just shitty. It's just shitty, and I don't want our whole episode to be talking about it, but
it's gonna be a good show.
It's not hard. It's not hard to care for people.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's a controversial thing. I know I'm going to be called woke for it. It is not hard to care for people. If someone in your company has been named for doing shitty things, take care of the rest of the company. You don't need that person. You don't need that person. Brock Lesnar does not bring enough money to WWE. Brock Lesnar does not have enough fans for this to be forgotten.
2 points on here I'd like to make real quick. This goes back to my Stop and Shop days. There was an incident between two coworkers. Wasn't sexual assault or anything like that. There was a physical altercation. A fight broke out on the sales floor.
First and last names, please.
No. Because I don't want to give them. I didn't like either of them, quite honestly. But, and for the person, it was a one-sided affair. We'll say it as
Sure.
It was a one-sided affair. However, both coworkers were sent home for multiple days until the company could resolve this, because Stop and Shop was also a unionized job. So, it took a lot to, like, I think in my 15 years working for Stop and Shop, 3 people got fired in that entire time, which is wild. But, it's one of those things where, but the guy who got his ass kicked did nothing wrong. They still have to send him home to get this all resolved. That's kind of what Brock is in this situation. Because Brock Lesnar, if you read through the reports, has done nothing illegal.
No.
Immoral, yes. Illegal, no. But I will say the same thing that I've said on multiple Facebook comments to people that have responded to comments I've made. Being racist is not illegal. That doesn't mean you won't be considered a piece of shit human being.
Yeah.
It's that simple. The other thing I'd like to talk to is, as you saw in last week's vlog episode, I was at SummerSlam, and we'll talk about that on another day, I'm sure. But when Brock comes out, my immediate thought is it's almost like when Hulk Hogan came out of WrestleMania 35. The initial is like, whoa, because we're all surprised. Because even earlier in the night, they're showing like the opening hype package of SummerSlam. They're showing like these massive moments that have happened in SummerSlam history. And they show, I think it was 3 years ago in Nashville when Brock and Roman fought, and like Brock uses the tractor to lift up the ring. They show the tractor hoe lifting up the ring. They show Roman falling in the ring, but it's cropped out so you don't see Brock. Brock had been blacklisted for 2 years, people. And so it's one of those, whoa, Brock Lesnar's back. Oh wait, this is a fucking terrible. And you will see if you go back and watch our vlog, you blatantly hear me and Kathleen yell out, "Fuck you, you piece of shit."
Yep.
And Kathleen was even shocked. She's like, "I never swear," and she doesn't. It takes a lot to make Kathleen swear. That and her kids, but there was definitely like a lot of people excited in the crowd because ignorance is bliss. At the same time,
It's exciting.
it is exciting, yes. And I'll say this again: my issue is not so much with Brock Lesnar because I mean, as non big of a fan of Brock as a wrestler as I am, I don't have an issue with Brock Lesnar the character coming back. Again, it's like Hogan, it's like Vince. You have to separate the man from the artist. I don't have a problem with Brock Lesnar the character. I'm not butthurt because I got to go see John Cena wrestle for the last time, and this is how it ends with Brock Lesnar standing tall. Woe is me, my favorite got beat up. No, no, no. My problem is that a man who is listed 44 fucking times in an ongoing lawsuit has been brought back to a job.
Yeah.
What other job is this happening in?
He's
No!
not an excited wrestler. He ruined Kofi Mania.
It's like,
I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna sound really shitty. I'll never forgive him for that.
I have not been. There was a brief moment in time when Brock beat the streak. I was like, that's it, dead to me, done. I'll never cheer this man again. In 2016, when he took on Mark Hunt at what was that? I think it was UFC 200, and he came back. There was a brief moment where I'm like, okay, Brock is representing what I love. He has to do this for WWE. And I rooted for him that night. It was like a peace treaty in war. It was like when they called a ceasefire on Christmas Day during World War II. That was it. Past that, I've always rooted for him to get his ass kicked. And comes back last night.
You don't ruin Kofi Mania.
He did. 100% did.
You shouldn't. Also, I forgot that Brock Lesnar is the one who ended the streak.
That's because you haven't.
That's how unforgettable that was for me.
It was not good.
I can't forget it. I'm just. It's such a pillar moment in wrestling history that I completely forgot.
Nick, you've been quiet tonight. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I think that it was shocking. I think they used it as the first shock value. I mean, I think a lot of people probably thought The Rock was going to come out.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Kathleen was over
I could hear people yelling in the crowd on your vlog that you put up last week. They were like, "Can you smell?" and stuff. So
yeah.
I mean, that's probably just the one match with Cena. Supposedly, it was like Cena's on Cena's list of people he wanted.
This is my other problem. This is my other problem. So I think they're trying to pass it off in a shoot stance that Cena wanted this. And you know what? I'm sure that Cena was approached by it and said, "Would you be cool with it?" And yeah, I think Cena is the ultimate company yes man of the last 25 years. I think Cody will be that next company yes man. And that's not necessarily an insult, but like John Cena is not one to tell anybody no if they think they can make money off of it. But they'll be like, "Oh, well, John wanted it." Did he? because he responded on Twitter saying, "Well, they keep dealing them. I keep playing them. You play the cards you're dealt." And I think it's one of those. Well, if WWE's like, well, John Cena asked for it, guys. It's not just us. The conquering hero, the guy we just turned babyface, y'all cheered for it. You can't be
Yeah.
mad at John for wanting this. Also, Triple H in the post show press, or I'm sorry, they don't do press conference anymore because somebody might ask an insulting question there. Um, the fans are clearly chanting, "We want Cross, we want Cross." Karrion Cross got one of the biggest fucking pops of the weekend. Holy shit, did he get popped? But they're chanting, "We want
He
Cross."
lost. He lost.
Yeah, yes, he lost to Sami Zayn.
Their contracts are supposed to be up this
Their
weekend.
contract's up this weekend, if I'm not
It's
mistaken.
all a work.
It's over.
Work. It's
TikTok.
but
They're chanting, they're chanting, "We want Cross" behind Triple H, and you hear
like,
Peter
we
Rosenberg.
Gave you Brock.
Well, you hear Peter Rosenberg trying to cover, yeah, you got him. He's here. And then Triple H, yeah, you hear that? You want Brock, you got him. Shut the fuck up. Don't fucking insult our intelligence. Okay? And then on Monday Night Raw, they have the fucking audacity to insult our intelligence even further. Nick Khan and Triple H met with Brock Lesnar several weeks ago and said, "It's time to come home." And Brock said, "Let's do it." Are you fucking kidding me? The dude is mentioned 44 fucking times in an ongoing open lawsuit. Be transparent. Yeah. Be honest. You want to fucking release this show called Unreal, which I'm sure this is going to do great numbers on Netflix next year. Going to be big. It's going to be huge. Going to be the greatest documentary on Netflix. Okay? Jesus Christ. This is something you have to have an official statement on. This is not something you can do for make-believe.
About we talk about how great Seth Rollins was at the end with the crutch drop.
I was right. It was all a work. No, I want to talk about WWE Unreal for a second.
Has everybody watched it? I finished it.
I watched none of it, but my friend, not you, Nick, another Nick, who does not watch wrestling, has been watching it, and he's like, "Yeah." So everything how you explain wrestling is accurate and right. And it's kind of fun. And so we were playing a yard game tonight, and he goes, "See, when I make this shot, it's going to be like John Cena pinning Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania." And I go, "Wasn't that last year?" But that's all he knows. He doesn't know anything about wrestling, so he's a full year behind. And it's spectacular.
I mean, it's interesting watching how they work in Gorilla and how that's the thing I took away from it mostly, but I think a lot of it was for the cameras too.
I'm excited to watch it.
We'll get to this on our next topic, but we started watching Unreal. I enjoyed it for what it is. Again, similar to the Vince McMahon doc that is on Netflix, I didn't really learn anything new too much, except that there's York peppermint patties in the writer's room. But we watched Raw on Monday, Danielle and I. And then last night, we're recording this on Wednesday the 6th. We watched, we were going to continue watching Unreal. And I put something else on. She's like, "Oh, you don't want to watch? We're not watching Unreal." And I said, "No, I need a break from WWE right now." Because I'm very drained by them. And then I tuned into Dynamite for the first time live in a while. Yes, I watched All In, but I watched AEW and enjoyed, there was something different in the air watching it this evening. And it's if it weren't for John Cena wrestling at SummerSlam with the prices that I paid, folks, I paid $600 for 2 tickets for the 2 nights at SummerSlam to sit in the upper deck, sit in the nosebleeds. I would not have paid to go to SummerSlam if it were not for John Cena's final match. I bought I literally arrived when the gates opened Saturday at 3:30 so I could get the shirt. I wanted to make sure I had the same shirt he was wearing on Sunday. I bought the autographed poster of John Cena and Cody Rhodes. I dished out my money. I was so excited. And then you just see your intelligence be insulted. And it's just I told my friend, and we'll get on to the next topic after this. I buy the merchandise. I buy the pay-per-views, I buy the streaming services, I buy tickets for it, and I just feel like the company is saying it's still not enough. You're still not enough of a fan. We need
Yeah.
more money from you. The closest I can compare this to is when the New Jersey Nets went 12 and 70. 12 wins and 70 losses in an 82 game season. I attended every home game that year, all 41 regular season games, and the 3 preseason games that they lost as well, just for the record. And the tickets were dirt cheap. They were $300 a seat for the entire season. It's a steal. The audacity that a salesperson had to call me up and say, "Hey, we're raising tickets, but we'd love to have you back in New Jersey." And I said to this man, "Sir, they just won less games than the varsity high school basketball team that I work for won. And they only had a 30 game season. Fuck you."
Well,
I was like,
it's never going to be enough.
no. And it's like, dude, I do everything. I listen to the podcasts. I watch I watch Raw, I watch NXT, I watch SmackDown, I watch the PLEs, I watch all the WWE docs and all this stuff, and it's just like, nope, still not enough. And we
Well, it's
find
not
out
enough because I just looked at tickets for SmackDown at TD Garden.
when is
Floor
that?
seats? I don't know, in Boston?
No, when is that?
In like 2 weeks.
Okay.
Floor seats on the cheap end in the back of the floor are $400. If you're in the first like handful of rows, you're over $1,000 a seat.
Yep.
It's insane.
For SmackDown.
Yep.
It makes like I haven't been to a live event, and I mean, God, it was like probably pre-pandemic last time I went to see any kind of wrestling live. But when my boys get to the age where like I can take them to go see wrestling, I don't see. I'd rather go see an independent, honestly.
Go see an independent show.
You know,
folks.
honestly, it would be just as cool. And
honestly,
no way.
now more than ever,
comparable seats of where I normally sit for WWE shows, lower bowl and all that. We're looking lower bowl. We're looking in 300s. I would not pay $300 to go see SmackDown.
What's like the comp for like the same seats at Dynamite?
Let's find out. I think AEW or WWE has gotten so money hungry. It's insane.
And now it's like all these different streaming. Like you need like 5 different. You need this. You need to keep Peacock to get the old stuff, but then you need
August
ESPN to watch the
13th.
pay-per-views, and you need Netflix to watch Raw, and you need I don't even know what SmackDown's on.
August 13th, Dynamite is in Cincinnati, I think.
Sheboygan.
Floor seat on the ring, $655. Front row.
Crazy too.
Not bad. $136, third row.
See, that's already like
$115.
But you could probably
You go one
to
row up. You go one row up, $70.
Okay, here's a new question. What's the cheapest ticket for AEW, Dynamite, and the cheapest ticket for SmackDown? Because most people aren't going to sit floor unless if you're bringing like your whole family and like everybody, you're probably not going to.
AEW Dynamite, $58.
Okay.
I'll say this: AEW, when I've gone, even before the TKO merger, AEW was far cheaper than WWE. Still,
SmackDown, cheapest ticket,
it's riveting.
$72,
Yeah, it is.
and you're in the 200s. No,
So-
you're in the 300s.
So it's quite a bit more.
Yep.
This is all TKO. This is all TKO.
It is all TKO, folks. I just, if you didn't watch our blog, go to the 12 minute 25-second mark. It's when John Cena comes out, and he had come out on the light. You know, it was still like the black background with the lights, and then the music kicks on, and just color fills the stadium. Like it's like when Dorothy steps in, and the Technicolor goes from black and white to, and the visceral scream that comes out.
Don't spoil Wizard of Oz.
I'm so sorry. Don't worry. I didn't. Not the good parts, but literally this shriek that comes out when the colors come out. I hope that everyone can find that thing that brings them the joy that I felt in that moment. And I hope no one has a moment like when Brock Lesnar came out about 40 minutes later and just made me have hatred for something.
Hatred.
It was just like, this is terrible. This is fucking terrible. Also today, ladies and gentlemen, on August 6th, they announced that they are getting off the cock. They are getting off Peacock with PLEs. WWE PLEs, main roster PLEs, I'd like to add. I don't know if they've not worded this well. WWE PLEs starting in January, most likely with the Royal Rumble, will be going to ESPN's new streaming service, which starts August 21st, I believe I read.
What a week for you. Yeah. ESPN got Red Zone also the same week.
Did they really?
Yeah, they acquired the whole entire Red Zone network.
Fucking wild. So here's my thing. They have not worded this correctly because we are under the understanding is ESPN service is going to cost you $30 a month. Now, granted, that's going to include Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football, NHL games, basketball games, and the WWE PLEs. Now, yeah, as a sports fan, that's great content. But here's the thing. There are a lot of wrestling fans who are not avid sports fans. Look at Tom. That ESPN may be a great value to Nick and I, but to Tom,
sounds okay. If they put Red Zone into it, I mean, that's $30 well spent.
Well, here's the thing. I have the NFL Sunday ticket so I can watch Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So I don't really need ESPN's streaming service. They have not worded this well because they just said like, oh, WWE PLEs are going to be on ESPN's new streaming platform and it's $30 a month. Well, here's the thing that they didn't mention because it caused a lot of outrage. Allegedly, if depending on what cable provider you have, for example, I have YouTube TV, and from what I've read, I can access this platform through my cable subscription. So I'm fine there. But for those of you who have Sling TV to watch SmackDown and NXT, you got to pay $30.
You know,
you're fucked.
And there's always, you can just go on the internet and www.watchwrestling.
It's like you can't watch wrestling on the internet. You may have to go through some.
It might be
naked women.
It might be .ru or something weird, but you'll figure it out. You know, I mean, sometimes when you watch it live, it gets a little laggy. But if you watch it later.
And what's interesting is, literally, when did I get this email? I got this email Saturday.
Deal from them. You should all. Isn't that what everybody really wants to buck WWE? You can tweet. You're mad about Brock Lesnar, all this stuff. You can get mad, but steal their shit and don't pay them money. That's where you get
steal their shit. Go to the show. You know what? Buy your ticket, go to the show, and rob the fucking merch booth.
Souvenir chair. They're all souvenir chairs if you can pull them up. I mean,
bring a screwdriver with you to the next show. Well, here's
crutches. Kidnap them.
When he drops them, steal the crutch.
So here's my thing, because here's how WWE is making their money through their TV deals and whatnot. So it doesn't matter that we're pirating stuff. If there's still social engagement, they're going to make their money that way on their social media channels. Here's a big concern of mine. So literally, I got an email on my way to SummerSlam Saturday that said, that's from Peacock to announce pricing changes. So basically, you can get Peacock Premium, which is just basic Peacock. You get commercial breaks through it. It is $7.99 a month. It is going to be increasing to $10.99 a month. If you do the Premium Plus, which I don't know why I do it because I only watch WWE shows and there's still fucking ad breaks. I may as well watch an actual ad break. It's $13.99 going up to $16.99. So literally, for me to watch the PLEs, it would double the fucking price. I've told my wife already.
Peacock is going to go up.
The price of Peacock is going up from $13.99 to $16.99 next month.
I don't think I pay for it.
That's another thing, and JP brought it up on our Patreon chat. Like, I have so many fucking streaming.
Might as well be cable. It might as well. Isn't that what originally everybody wanted to get away from cable? Cut the cord. We're all going to get these streaming networks, and now it costs us as much as I'd rather just all pay one bill and get it all again. Give me cable back.
And you literally can't.
The beauty of streaming when it started in concept was that you just got access to the library. So like if you wanted to watch fucking, I don't know, Rugrats, you can watch all the Rugrats on Paramount Plus. It's great. You know, it wasn't about watching a current live product. You had cable for that. You had CBS, you had Nickelodeon, you had VH1, MTV, stuff like that. You know, if you want to watch every episode of South Park, again, you can go to Paramount. You know, you don't have to like see what's on demand on your cable. It's
all stupid.
Again, I'm trying to find where's the screenshot I took. That somebody did the fucking math here. So yeah, if you watch a WWE PLE on the new ESPN streaming platform starting in 2026, then you have $17.99 for Netflix, $29.99 for the ESPN streaming service, and Sling TV, Sling Blue to get SmackDown and NXT. That's $45.99 a month. That's $93.97 a month to watch wrestling.
It's a lot just to watch the wrestling. I can't do that.
It's insane, man. And here's another question that they have not answered. This is a concern of mine. WWE PLEs will be on ESPN. Does that include the NXT PLEs? Because in 2 weeks, NXT is having Heat Wave on a Sunday. I know they on occasion have like special NXT episode, like they have Halloween Havoc on a Tuesday or whatever. But like they're having Heat Wave. That's on a Sunday in a separate building. Will that be on ESPN? What's happening to the library? You know, I want to watch WrestleMania 12 to see the Iron Man match, and you know, of course, Shawn Michaels is the rightful winner of that match. You know, is that going to be on ESPN or is that going to be on Peacock still?
I think they need to bring back the fucking network. Put it all in network, all of it.
I like the
WWE. Of WWE. Put the library, the PLEs, put Raw, put SmackDown, put it all in the net, put NXT, put it all in WWE Network, and charge $20 a month for it.
I will say this. I'm gonna quote my friend because I told him similar. I vented to him before, and I told him the story I told you guys about how the Nets went 12-70. I felt like my team just didn't care about me, trying to give it my all. He responded this, and I completely agree with him. People hate this opinion of mine. Under Vince, he recognized it's important to visit B, C, and D level cities. It was important to sell out early to build hype. It was important to have the best value in entertainment. That was literally their slogan in the early 2000s. I remember those fucking shows like you can get into MSG for only $20. Like, yeah, it was like the last row, but still. Under TKO, they're okay.
MSG though.
Yeah. Under TKO, they're okay with losing fans. It's a business term called net negative churn. Say they have 10 fans paying $10. If they lose one of those fans, they'll just charge the other 9 fans $11.50 to make up the difference. Welcome to the current economic system. And it fucking sucks. At what point do I throw in the towel? Because that's the thing. If I continue to watch the product, it doesn't change anything. You know, I'm not going to a WWE show for a while. I have no interest in buying any merch. You know, I've started to now use our Twitter again, folks. I found Mike's Harder Lemonade account because there's a photo of Brock Lesnar standing over John Cena. I said, here's an image of Mike's Harder's logo and a man who has been named 44 times in an ongoing active sexual assault and trafficking lawsuit. P.S. It is not John Cena we are referring to. It's Brock Lesnar. It's Brock Lesnar that it was mentioned 44 times. This is what your money is going towards, Mike's Harder. So, but
yeah,
you know, you listen to.
I'm curious if sponsors are going to start pulling because, like,
let me bring up a tweet that I favored. I don't know if I responded to it or.
Also, Twitter's fucking.
You would have to think though that TKO, they're not stupid that they would have ran by their sponsors like, hey, are you going to be okay? You know, it was like.
Well, here's the thing. So when Vince had all this stuff come out originally, Slim Jim was going to pull their money, and they did. And that's when it was like, okay, he's got to go. That's what happened. Oh, here we go. So this is from Sarah L.I. City on Twitter. Because WWE posted this shot. I don't know if it'll come up on the. Yeah, Brock Lesnar's return received 75 million social views within the first 12 hours. And there's Minute Maid's logo. And it was responded with, I mean, you brought back a willing participant in the sexual abuse of trafficking sexual abuse of trafficking of a vulnerable woman. But I'm glad you got all those social media views. I hope it was worth it. Hey, Minute Maid, are you proud that your brand is associated with this? That tweet now has over 226,000 views, 3.2 thousand likes, 370 retweets, 254 responses. I'd also like to bring up another tweet that I had the joy of responding to. Where is it?
Yeah, in case you interact with our social media, just know you're talking to Dave.
And this is what I think of you. Somebody asked a question. Somebody was responding to a tweet from Brian Zane, and said, way too many people think it's okay to ask disrespectful questions and act appalled they don't get cordial answers. Dude, if you are named in a fucking sexual assault and trafficking lawsuit, and I work for a media outlet, and I don't ask you that question, I'm getting fired. Welcome to fucking
And you'll
journalism,
still
you
have a
twat.
job.
So I
Yeah.
said, disrespectful questions. Let's put it like this. I don't know where you work, but imagine your coworker was named in a sexual assault trafficking lawsuit and your boss let the employee come back to work while the lawsuit was ongoing. How would you feel? And like it's just like, and somebody said, Brian Zane, the YouTuber that I follow as well, Wrestling with Regret, he's been on the channel before. If he doesn't want to be asked questions about the sex trafficking lawsuit, maybe he shouldn't bring back guys who are named in the sex trafficking lawsuit. Just a thought.
Yeah.
It's just like Jesus fucking Christ.
So
Yeah.
on to good news.
Tony
Jones.
Jones.
That man's Warner stepped to London Bravo.
I thought you were going to talk about my man Tony Jones.
No, that's called
Who
Brandon.
the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck is Tony Jones?
We love Tony Jones.
Also, major respect, Lemonhead in the micro brawler, the second micro brawler group. Someone was talking about it and how he's like the tallest man in media, and Lemonhead tags me. Tom Sasso's tall.
That's what I said until Tom debuts.
Tom's laying down right now so he can fit in the shot, Tony Jones.
I started a new job this week. I'm really tired.
Me too.
But you can get
Yo,
Tony
it's
Jones
so
right
funny.
now.
It's just literally so funny. He goes, Tom Sasso's tall. I go, incredibly tall. He goes, probably the tallest person ever. I go, pretty close to it. Oh my God, I didn't even see Garrett's response. Tom Dre the Giant.
Oh my God. There's our new shirt, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be a black shirt with an outline of the singlet, and it's just gonna say on the fucking band Tom Dre. Hold on. Wait a second, because we need to show the think here. Ladies and gentlemen, from Holland, Michigan, Tom Dre, the Giant.
I'm so tall.
Incredibly.
Tom's too tall for his webcam. Too tall for his webcam.
I wonder how many people that watch this show. At this point, honestly, I know our numbers have dwindled a bit, but I wonder how many people that watch this show that aren't in our Patreon. I wonder how tall people think I am. So leave a comment. How tall is Tom?
Tom's 7'2". He plays in Latvia for the national basketball team there.
But yeah, fuck Tony Jones.
I literally saw Tony Jones, and I literally just thought, wait, are my eyes is that Tommy Lee Jones? What? I actually saw the photo at first. I thought it was John Cena Sr.
I remember the time in Micro Brawlers where everybody was like, "Oh my God, they just put so and so up on the site. Run to the bathroom at work." And, and now it's just randomly today.
We used to be a country, ladies and
gentlemen.
It
was like Chris Van Vliet, which is cool. Chris Van Vliet. I mean, I understand that one. He has a chase.
That dude deserves.
And I'll say this:
Brad
I have ordered one
Tony
Chris
Jones.
Van Vliet brawler. If I get the chase, I'm keeping that.
I love how there's just no hype though. It's just this is here. Yeah, here you go.
They didn't even announce that these are up.
Yeah, what's interesting to me is that maybe on his next Ask CVV episode, which drops past Friday, by the time you hear this, I'm curious if he'll mention anything about it. I should ask him on the Ask CVV.
But what the fuck fuck is this?
It's just
Who the
Bob Saget
fuck is
brawler.
that
The
guy?
Bob Saget brawler.
One, I like that he's got glasses.
I think.
But does
I
he have
think we should- we
designer's
should get-
frames?
I think we should get Tony Jones on the pod. I think we need to.
I want to get Tony Jones on the show, and I'm going to be mean to him. I'm going to be mean to him. I'm going to bully him.
We're gonna
I'm
see
gonna
who's
fucking
more
bully him.
taller.
I'm going to pull out a fucking tape measure. We're going to see who's taller.
We're gonna find out whose dick's bigger.
It's not mine.
You never know.
But, yeah, the brawlers are cool.
All right. I'm reaching out to Tony Jones right now from our group.
Oh, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. You asked for, you got it, baby. Tony Jones, Tommy Sasso.
We can get Chris
Here
Van Vliet
we
and Brad
go.
Attitude and Tony Jones on a conference call. All three of them.
All
I'm here
right.
for it.
What do I look up for him?
I don't know. Tony Jones, New England.
But I guess he is part of. He is. Has
Does he
something to
do
with
an actual wrestling radio
That's
show?
what I didn't know. I don't understand. But like, I mean,
Same,
maybe he'll sell. What was the minimum order for the brawlers?
500, I think.
That's steep, man. We should put Tom
This
Dre the
motherfucker
Giant.
does not even
brawler.
show up when you look up Tony Jones.
So do
The
you
black
think?
guy is a wrestler.
Okay. Do you think that if we put up a 2-up of Tom in the Andre gear, like Tom Dre the Giant Brawler, just randomly on Pro Wrestling, he just goes up tomorrow, do you think it would sell more or less than Tony Jones? Because I think it would sell more.
He's Australian?
He's Australian. I thought he was from
I don't know. Who the
Boston.
fuck is this guy? I can't find him
He got
on the internet. If I Google you and you are not the person who comes up,
he's right Boston Radio. That's what somebody told me.
is that what he? Okay.
Do Boston, right? Boston next to his name. Sports Radio. I said he was Boston Dave Canning.
Dog, I am getting black people.
Dog, I'm a Hall of Famer.
I
What the
am-
fuck
I
has
am
Tony
Googling-
Jones done?
I am Googling Tony Jones and I am getting in Boston.
I was at SummerSlam.
Nothing
What has
but black people.
Tony Jones done?
Who the fuck is Tony Jones?
We'll find out next week on the
No,
Wrestling
we
Nerd
won't
Broadcast.
because I can't fucking find
Well, we
him
got a
on the
week to do some research
We're gonna
to reach
get-
out to him.
We're gonna get to the bottom of it.
We're going to get to the bottom of this, ladies and gentlemen. So let us know your thoughts on the whole Brock Lesnar situation. Let us know your thoughts on ESPN and WWE tag teaming to steal your wallet. And let us know who the fuck is Tony Jones. Maybe we'll have him on next week.
Guess
Maybe we
how
won't.
tall Tom
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, tell us in the comments how tall you think Tom is. Remember, answer all of those questions, separate comments, please. Don't put it all in one message.
Yep.
Different
Yo,
separate
he
comments.
hasn't. This
Give me your
motherfucker hasn't even promoted his micro brawler on his Facebook.
He doesn't even know what's happening. It's a prank. So, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of myself, DJ DaveCTheVoice, the founding father, Mr. Nick Carpenter, and of course, Tom Scott Glass himself. Oh yeah, shout out to our sponsors, DJ DaveCTheVoice, that's me, Aquacare Pool Service, Tom Scott Glasses, Tom Sasso, Dave Canning, Nick Carpenter. Don't forget to tell your mother you love her every day because like Kevin Durant said, Mom, you're the real MVP. Good night, everyone. And God bless America.
All right. It's been a while.
What you
Here
really
we
want
are.
to know.
Here we are. Tony Jones. It's me. And I'm calling your sorry ass out. You might have the money to buy a micro brawler. I'm fucking poor. I have $35,000 worth of glasses in my home. I am telling you, I got glasses. You don't got glasses. I'm fucking tall. I want you on the show, Tony Jones, and I want you to tell me why you deserve a fucking micro brawler before I do. Yeah, I have a bad hairline. I get it. I have beautiful fucking hair. It's just running away from my face because it doesn't want to distract from my cute glasses. So, Tony Jones, here's where it's at. You come on the fucking show and we have it out. We're going to fight with our words on this show, and I'm going to call you a fucking jerk. Yeah, I'm tall. I got glasses. I want a fucking micro brawler. Tony Jones. Tony Jones. Tony Jones. Well, he's got 11,000 followers on Instagram. He's doing pretty good. Fuck you, Tony Jones. I don't care about your followers. What's your reach? Because Tom's Got Glasses is getting like 13,000 views a month. Bitch.
I have 25 million on TikTok.
Tony fucking Jones. You know why you got 11,000? Because you're following 7,500 people. Yeah. How many of your followers are fucking bots from Australia?
That ain't Tom Dre the Giant numbers.
Tony Jones. I'm coming for you. I'm never going to Boston because that's kind of scary. Because I don't know. I don't know anything about Boston, but I saw Good Will Hunting, and I don't even like apples. Tony Jones.